Hey guys, what's up? Seth Man Down 12 here, and welcome back to part 4 of Donkey Kong Country. In this episode, we will finish up World 3. And just before I start everything, we're going to get a bonus. So what you're going to want to do here is jump on the vulture and jump up into the cannon. Another thing I want to mention is, I apologize for sucking last episode. I didn't sort of mean to. So from now on, I'm just going to post-commentate this thing just to make life a lot easier for me. You know, I don't have to worry about coming up with stuff to say as well as playing the game. Then I get a life there. Okay, so this level is Treetop Town. This level is a pain in the ass. It involves barrel cannons, and you know what I think of barrel cannons by now. I hate them. They are the cause of so much pain in my life. But not really. There's a lot of stuff that really will screw you over if you're not paying attention. And if you try to rush the level, it's pretty much good night, and it's really painful. So, just grab this K, kill these naughties. Again, with these ones, all you're going to want to do is just... These ones aren't too bad, it's the ones later on. But there are ways you can cheese it, and I will show you that in a little bit. So this is sort of interesting how you get the O here. It sort of tricks you into thinking it's a bonus, but no, it's not. So let's just throw that barrel at the Kremling. And what you're going to want to do here is wait till the barrel that moves gets to its lowest point, and then do a roll jump into it. And 9 times out of 10, you will hit that barrel, and you completely and utterly cheese it. This is also the next thingy, the next, bonus stage. And it involves a really pain in the ass barrel blast. That's probably the most annoying one in the level for me, because you have to time it absolutely perfectly, and what I like to do is when the barrel is going on its way back up, I usually shoot then. This one's pretty bad too, but what I do here is when it's coming back from the short distance, it does that, but there is a failsafe in the second shot, so it's not too bad, because it'll just send you back to the first barrel if you stuff up instead of death. This one is tricky too, but I just roll jump it and you can cheese this one. And just shoot across there. And this one here, you just want to rhythm time it. Just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, shoot, 1, 2, shoot, and so on. And just time your jump there, and you should be fine. I'm not going to worry about that Expresso token, because I'm not really that interested in doing all the bonus stages. And next up is Forest Frenzy, the next forest level. And this level is... yeah, this one isn't too bad. There's a lot of ropes in that, and that's basically the gimmick of leveling. You're gonna have to use these ropes to dodge a lot of stuff, and yeah. The thing is, I actually do like the forest levels, despite what I said about vulture culture in the first one. I do like these ones. They're very graphically appealing to me, and they are very fun to play. So just watch that zinger there, and a lot of the times they like to trick you into thinking those ropes are inanimate. If you're not paying attention, you'll fall to your death. And just jump across there. Now they start to throw zingers into the mix, and it does... yeah, so like what I'm saying here, just dodge the zingers. It does get a little bit harder later on. Another thing is, there are very painful bonuses to get here. A lot of them involving a lot of garbage that you really don't expect to see in a video game. Then again, who did create this game? Rare. They are the same people who made Battletoads, so in a way it's kind of surprising. Just follow what I do here. Up, down, 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 and then go up twice, and you will dodge the bees here. Or go down the last one. And you won't get hit by the bees at all, and you'll be laughing. So, again, just dodge the bees, and jump through rope to ropes. And with this one, you're going to want to go down the bottom. It likes to trick you. These bees are pains in the asses, and hopefully I don't get hit by them, and, well, I don't actually. And that G, there's that G down there. That life there, you can get it. I don't like risking it, but your call. And this is where the bonus is. You have to dodge these vultures, and it's like the top, or the bottom few pixels, you have to see that barrel. It's barely visible. It's like you have to know it's there before you get it. And what you do here is just go for a Ramby token. I get it easily. It's the 4th one. And these bonuses in the later stages of the game do get significantly harder, and it's just like, how the hell are you supposed to find these things? Like, this one here is just as bad. There's a very real possibility that you'll get hit by those Kremlings, and you'll lose your barrel, and you won't be very happy at all. Like I said, I like to follow the rhythm. It bounces 3 times before it jumps, so if you know that, you should be okay. And just what you're doing here, you just swing around on the rope for bananas. I tend to do this for a while here because I want to get some lives, or I want to get a life. Sorry, and I do eventually do that. I'm on 82 here, I just dawdle around until I get 100. So this is the last actual forest level we'll have in the game. It's a bit sad that we'll never see it again. And yeah, so there's the life. Well, I just missed the banana there, so can we please get that banana now? Yes, we do. That brings us up to 36 lives, so that's pretty good. And with that, we finish Forest Frenzy, and we start our next level, Tempest, aka Millstone Mayhem on steroids. There is a Ramby token if you go back to the start. I'm not really too concerned with it, even though I can get a Ramby bonus at 3, but whatever. For what you're going to want to do with this bonus, grab the DK barrel and run into the wall. And this is actually a unique challenge here, because you can get some lives here, and I think this is the only one of its kind. So, and there's Expresso, which I'll get into a little bit later. Needless to say, I don't like Expresso very much, and I'm kind of glad he is not in any future Donkey Kong Country games. So again, just run. And I'd also like to mention that I actually like the music here. It's really soothing, and well, this is actually the prime example of what happens when you stuff up, and it's basically game over. Well, not game over, you lose your life. Well, if you're down to your last life, it's a game over, of course. But it is sort of painful. Yeah, the music in this is deceptively soothing. Sorry, I stutter a lot. I'm sure you're used to that by now. So the soothing music, it really puts you off, I guess. It's just like, because you're in this panicky mood when you're playing this. It's just like, run, holy shit, I'm gonna die if I don't stop here. Other than that death, I think I go through relatively unscathed. This is a very hard level for a newcomer or a first timer playing this game. Like, I remember my first time playing this game, it took me forever to beat this. There's a level in the next stage that is hell on earth. So we'll just kill these Kremlings, and with this one, you just have to jump on the rope, and just keep going again. Watch these zingers, you have to really time your jumps well here. And if you ever see an arrow pointing to something, that usually indicates that there is a bonus, and in this case there is, and that's the second bonus in this stage. So it's basically a claptrap kill, and another thing I want to point out is, I actually thought the claptrap's moving was actually my microphone popping. That is actually not the case, so anyone watching who wants to complain about the microphone popping and there's a claptrap on the screen, relax, it is because of the claptrap on the screen making the noise, not my microphone being gay. So that's good for me because I don't have to go out and buy a new headset, because I'm still using the old crappy one from when I started LPing, and yeah. So what am I doing here? Let's see, get the end by jumping off there. Can't remember where the K is in this level, but I'm sure it's around somewhere. Of course it is somewhere, but the Kong letters, unlike in Returns, is not as mandatory or useful. It just gives you some lives, as you can clearly see. And also, another thing I want to talk about, seeing as I don't really have too much to talk about here, is something I actually wanted to mention in the first episode. With Shigeru Miyamoto's opinion on this game, he actually didn't like how this game was created, so it was like trying to Americanize the graphics or whatever. So out of spite or whatever, he went off and created his own game, which is known as Yoshi's Island, which is just as good as this game in my opinion, but it's a hard game, but that's beside the point. Game save, we're at 40%, so we're progressing quite well, I think. I actually progress a lot faster now, seeing as I'm now post-commentating. And this level is Orangutan Gang. This is, in my opinion, a painful level. It's the worst level in the game to get bonuses, because there's 5 of them, and a lot of them are really pointlessly hard to get, and I failed quite a few times here, so I've edited all that out. And another thing is, I really like the background. I've got to stop saying another thing is, it's starting to become like, ugh. That sunset is really appealing graphically. It's really beautiful. Like I said, sometimes the most beautiful levels are the most deceptive and evil, and will cause you a lot of pain and suffering. So now, is the first real time you need to use Expresso. I stuffed up a few times trying to get this bonus. You actually do need to try and get this bonus. Expresso, really, all he can do is move really fast, he can fly, and he can dodge claptrap. And he's immune from claptraps, and is kind of useless, in my opinion. He's the worst of the animal buddies. He's worse than Winky, he's worse than Rambi, he's worse than On Guard. Those three, at least, all have uses, as far as I'm concerned. So what you're going to do for this bonus is just fly right back to the start of the level. This is a real dick move on Rare's part, but again, I'm not surprised. Battletoads. They made Battletoads for crying out loud, which is probably the hardest non-Kaizo game in existence, and yeah, I really dislike Battletoads. Well, it's a fun game, it's just really hard, but I digress. So, with this bonus, you can get one of each animal token, but I don't because this is my third Rambi token, which will of course take me to the Rambi bonus. Seeing as I haven't shown the Rambi bonus, I'll now show it off to you. What you're going to want, again, it's just grabbing as many tokens as you can before the time runs out. This is, I reckon, the worst Rambi, or not, Animal Buddy bonus stage because it's really hard to get tokens. It's nearly impossible to get the ×2, at least for me. What you're going to want to do is just go up the top ledge there, and the timer goes down hella fast. Look how it's going. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. It's faster than I can count, but I can't remember what I was doing here. I was going to try and make a last desperate dash for the double, but that is not the case. But I'm on enough lives anyway. Unless you're a little kid or really suck at the game, you don't really get that many game overs. You might get one or something at the start of the game you're sucking. Okay, for this next bonus as well, I had to cut a fair bit of this out because I failed quite a lot tier 2. Is just, you have to really take these Expresso right back to a midpoint, or about halfway through the level, and I don't like it at all. I don't like these Expresso bonuses very much at all. The last three you can get are actually pretty easy. But yeah, you gotta fly to this little platform here, and then fly across here, and then throw the barrel into the wall, and you get your next bonus. And this bonus is, I think it's unique to this level, because I haven't noticed any of the other ones. Just jump off the tire into the little crack things, and you can get DK barrels, Kong letters, bananas, all that good stuff. And I just headed back to where we were. That was where we went after the first Expresso thing. And for the next bonus, you're going to want to just take that barrel and go down there and into the wall. There's also a second bonus where you do pretty much the same thing, except you go a little bit further this time. And it's also the same thing, not too much to say here. Except I think it's just the G letter here, yeah. I know I missed the O letter, it's no real matter. I've gotten a Kong letter before, or the Kong letters before in this LP, so it doesn't matter too much. And what you're going to want to do here is, you have to time this really well so you don't get hit. And there's also the fifth and final bonus. This is what I'm saying about Rare pulling dick moves, like having 5 bonuses in one stage. There's also another one, like, a little bit later in the game. It's like a bonus room inside a bonus room, and it's a pain in the ass. Let me tell you, because it's actually, like, well, my practice run is actually my first time ever 100%ing the game. Like, I don't really care too much about 100%, but I'm a completionist, and if I'm gonna LP something, I might as well do it to the best of my ability. And we are finally done with Orangutan Gang, never to return. Those orangutans, I want to point out, are called Manky Kongs, and they are exiled Kongs. I guess you can wonder why they're so pissed off. Well, anyway, another water level, and if you come across here, you'll get your second swordfish on guard. And a K ladder, of course. And, you know, like always, on guard makes your life a lot easier because you can actually attack enemies, and you can't lose to evil fish of death. And in this level, there's also clams firing pearls at you, and if you know where to go, it's not too bad. I lose on guard here because I was being careless. I need to really pay more attention. Well, I do in this episode and from here on out, hopefully, and I lose Diddy here and whatever. And I think these are a new enemy. I don't think we saw these in the first one. They're Chomps Juniors. They're really just bigger versions of the bite size. They're a little bit more annoying to deal with, but I get hit there again. So I was actually very fortunate I didn't lose a life here, because I probably would have lost a life under normal circumstances. Then I probably would have had some raging fit, and Some people might like it, but I'll probably piss a lot of people off by having these rage fits every second episode, so that's why I'm doing post-commentary, but I digress. I need to stop saying that too. I'm not freaking Clement J642. Very well, let's get DK back. And what you're going to want to do here is if you hug the left wall, you should get through this relatively unscared. You might get hit if you're not being careful, but it's not too difficult. So just swim across here, and there's a clam here I think that fires 5 pearls at once, and if you stay up the top you get a bit more room to move. And these croctopi, they're painful because I can't remember the pattern, but if you sort of avoid them and hug the top wall you should. Don't know why I got hit there, but whatever. And that's the exit, and we're up to the last thing to do here. It's boss time. Bumblebee Rumble. What you need to know about Bumblebee Rumble, it's a giant bee, oh it's a giant zinger, not a bee. And if you hit it, it will go red, and you know the rule with red zingers, you can't hit them. I don't understand the whole point with the red zingers thing, because a lot of the time it's just in places where it doesn't really make a bee's dick a difference. Why did I say bee's dick, but whatever. It doesn't make shit all for difference, and it really makes no sense. Here it does, I guess. You gotta hit it when it turns yellow. 2 tactics you can use here is Diddy Kong just ram into it for attacking, or you can also use DK and have him hold the thing over the head when he's in the red mode, and you can use the barrels to shield yourself if you get hit. I'd probably recommend that if you're not as good in the game, and overall it is a pretty easy boss fight, and that finishes up Vine Valley. So next time we're going to take on Gorilla Glacier, probably one of the most pain in the ass worlds in the game. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.